Here are 5 easy ways you can save money on any Google Ads campaign, and I'm going to show it to you really quick. So the first thing is you want to make sure you're choosing the right bidding strategy. Whatever you do not use maximize conversions, especially if you're starting out. Now, this is going to go a little bit against probably what you've heard before, but maximize conversions sounds awesome. Just maximize the amount of conversions you can get. However, it's not necessarily maximizing the conversions for a good target CPA or a good return on ad spend. It's simply just going to say, I'm going to spend as much money and as much bid and as much I can. I'm just going to go wild with the money, and I'm going to maximize everything I possibly can for however much daily budget you have. So quick tip to the way that you can save money is using something like Target CPA or Target ROAS. Manual CPC, especially with enhanced CPC, works really, really well. But ones you really want to stay away from are the maximize, because it's almost saying like, we're just going to ignore budget. So you're going to spend a lot of money, but we're going to be able to maximize either the clicks, the amount of money that you can make, or conversions. And maximizing the amount of money you can make sounds good, but if you spend 10 grand to make 2,000 because maximize how much money you can make, it's not going to be a really good campaign. So tip number 2, we're going to be looking at your settings, and this is in the location settings. So most often Google Ads defaults to this section here, and I'll tell you the reason why this is bad. So the section is people in or who show interest in your target locations. Well, if you are marketing to all United States, people who are outside of the United States, like people in Australia, for example, that show interest in the United States will start to see your ads, whether it's on search, display, whatever it may be. So make sure that you're actually targeting people in or who are at least regularly in your target locations. Tip number 3, make sure you're tracking all of the conversions on your site, all the conversion actions that are possible. This campaign has a lot of different conversion actions, and you want to track each one of them individually. You want to know what keyword and what campaign and what ad group and what ad is going to what page and taking what action, because there might be some things that are actually going on with your campaign. Like they might be looking at white papers or looking at case studies, but they're not contacting us yet. So you want to make sure that you're at least seeing, is this actions getting closer to a conversion, or are these actions not what this campaign should be about, and we should actually start to restructure this campaign. So make sure you have everything tracked, so this way you're not kind of flying blind and spending ad spend and not really knowing what's going on. If you can push some of those away that are not as good of quality and shut off those campaigns, reallocate the ad budget to where it's working most, then you can save yourself a lot of money. The next thing, Google usually tells you, and it kind of defaults to display network when you're running search campaigns. What this means is that you have one campaign running on search and that same campaign is also running on display. Well, since display is usually outbound, you can spend a lot of money really fast to people who have a lot of different interests or affinities or hobbies, whatever it may be. So the search network means someone has to take an action. I have to type in a keyword and I have to see the ad that way. Display network is just, are you on the internet? So if you think about one daily budget, if you're dividing them up between search and display is going to spend it a lot faster, and you're not really going to be maximizing your budget on the keywords that you're targeting, because display is just going to go way, way, way faster than search most often. So that's a good way to save money by dividing those two out. One campaign on search, one campaign on display, give them their own daily budget, and then adjust as the results come in. You'll probably want to spend more or less on either one of those, but just not jumble them all together and maybe just blow out more budget than you really needed to. And the last thing is be very mindful about when the conversions are coming in and how much it costs. There's a great area inside of Google Ads called day and hour, and you can actually see what campaign at what date, at what hour got a good interaction rate, a good cost per click, a good cost, good conversion rate, what the conversions were, and what the cost per conversion was. And this will tell you, well, does between 12 a.m. and 1 a.m. for this client, they have a lot of conversions. So pretty much all of them work really well. But you can see from 11 to 12, this campaign here has a really good cost per conversion. So maybe we want to start to either add more ad spend to that specific hour on advanced bid adjustment, or maybe you see an area that, between the hours of 10 p.m. and 12 a.m., like at that nighttime, we get a lot of clicks, but not really a lot of conversions. Maybe start to restrict your time during that time period. So look to see when those conversions are coming in from, and make sure that the ones that are inside of your goal are running, and the ones outside of your goal, maybe you want to spend a little bit less with a negative advanced bid adjustment, or just simply shut up your ads and not run them during that time. So this is John Moran with Solutions 8. If you like these tips, we have a whole YouTube channel that's dedicated to just really, really awesome advanced strategies in Google Ads, and we hope to see you there. Thanks so much. Bye.